The Duty of the Good Person. The Tale of Alaric the Kind. In the quiet town of Eldhaven, nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, lived a man named Alaric. Known to all as Alaric the Kind, he was respected not for his wealth or power, but for his gentle heart and unwavering sense of duty to others. Alaric was the kind of person who always put others before himself, no matter the circumstances. Eldhaven was a peaceful place, but like any town, it had its share of problems. The roads often needed repair, the sick needed care, and the poor needed food. While others turned a blind eye, hoping the mayor or someone else would fix things, Alaric saw it differently. To him, the duty of a good person wasn't to wait for someone else to act. It was to step forward, even when no one was watching. One evening, as the town gathered in the square for the annual harvest festival, a fierce storm rolled in. The wind howled, and rain poured down in torrents, threatening to flood the village. The river that ran alongside Eldhaven swelled, and panic spread as the water began to rise dangerously close to the homes along the bank. Alaric was among the first to act. While others rushed to secure their own belongings and seek shelter, he ran toward the river bank, calling for help to build a barrier of sandbags to protect the town. Despite the cold rain and the biting wind, he worked tirelessly, hauling sandbags, guiding villagers, and keeping spirits high. Some of the townspeople hesitated. "Why are you risking so much?" they asked. "The mayor should be organizing this, or the guards. It's not your job." Alaric, soaked to the bone, smiled and said, "The duty of a good person isn't about whose job it is. It's about seeing what needs to be done and doing it. We all live here. This town is our home. If we don't protect it, who will?" His words stirred something in the crowd. Slowly, others joined him, and soon the entire town was working together to hold back the rising river. Thanks to their collective effort, the floodwaters were diverted, and Eldhaven was saved from disaster. But Alaric's sense of duty didn't end with crises or grand gestures. His goodness showed in the small things, too. Each morning, he would check on the elderly widow who lived down the street, making sure she had food and firewood for the day. He helped teach the children who struggled with their lessons, even though he had no children of his own. He spent his evenings repairing the town's well, clearing the road, or planting trees, always with the same quiet sense of responsibility. To Alaric, the duty of a good person wasn't about recognition or reward. It was about doing what was right simply because it needed to be done. He believed that being good was an everyday commitment, not something you did only when people were watching or when it was easy. One day, an old traveler passing through Eldhaven stopped to speak with Alaric. The man had heard of Alaric's reputation and wanted to know his secret. "Why do you do so much for others?" the traveler asked. "You could live comfortably, mind your own business, and let others take care of themselves. Yet you're out here, day after day, helping everyone else." Alaric paused for a moment, thinking of how to explain it. "I don't do it because I expect anything in return," he said. "I do it because if I have the strength and the time, it is my responsibility to use them to make the world a little better. Being good isn't just about big acts of kindness. It's about seeing the small ways we can help every day and choosing to act." The traveler nodded, understanding. "You carry the weight of the town on your shoulders." Alaric smiled softly. "No, I don't carry the town. I just make sure no one else has to carry it alone." Years passed, and Alaric's acts of kindness continued to shape Eldhaven. The roads became smoother, the homes warmer, and the people more connected. But what mattered most was not just the things Alaric did, but the spirit he instilled in others. Slowly, his example inspired the townspeople to take on their own duties. People began to help each other more freely, sharing burdens and responsibilities, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. Eldhaven became known as the town where no one was left behind, and so Alaric's legacy lived on, not in statues or monuments, but in the hearts of the people. He had shown them that the true duty of a good person was not just to help when it was easy or convenient, but to carry out that duty every day, in every small way, for the good of all. Even after Alaric was gone, the people of Eldhaven would tell stories about him, reminding themselves and their children that the duty of a good person is to make the world better, not through grand gestures, but through the quiet, constant acts of kindness that shape a community.